Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wasteland 3, where today I think we may actually be fighting Liberty Buchanan. And so we kind of have to make a decision here, right? We have to decide, are we close enough that we can tip our hand here and just kill her in order to keep Angela happy? Or should we defy Angela, take Liberty back to Dad, and then just kill the whole lot of them right there? Because I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that the game... I'm a little worried about how the plot's going to resolve, basically, and that we may be punished by our characters veering off of what we want them to do if we don't handle this carefully. It's always a problem, right, with a game like this that wants to give you a lot of freedom to make your own choices, that the devs will constrain your choices in ways that are unintuitive to you because they were intuitive to the devs. So I think we're probably just going to kill her. I'm worried that, I'm a little tiny bit worried that if I bring her back home, the game will just resolve. It won't give us the chance to do the thing that we should obviously do, and we'll just be like, oh, you were on the Patriarch side. Well, here's the Patriarch wins ending. So, I think we're going to kill Liberty for that reason. Also, look at this. Just for some reason, Lucia didn't reload her weapon. It's not a display bug. She actually only has 5 bullets in the weapon. Everybody else is reloaded. I'm wondering if this is related to the expanded magazine. Like, this weapon has as many bullets in it as it used to have max ammo, I'm pretty sure. I think it was 5 shots before. So I'm wondering if the auto reload at the end of combat just reloads to what the old max ammo of the weapon was. Because, you know, that sounds like a thing that might happen in this game. Alright, I suppose it's time to knock. It looks like these turrets are sadly not directly connected to anything that we could use against them, so we're just going to have to shoot our way through. Not to say that we are in any danger here. We are certainly pretty good at shooting our way through. So the question is, where does everybody stand? We can't really take much advantage of the raised position with anybody except Lucia, and if I put her up here, I'm assuming she won't be able to hit the car, right? Actually, no. It looks like it'll let her. We're like just slightly inside of its square. Okay, well this seems pretty good then. I can pick off the Dorseys up here, and yeah, all right. I like that. Brass should definitely be near the car because she's going to be instrumental in blowing it to Kingdom Come. How close can we get here? Isn't steady shot a thing that happens when she's in cover? Okay, so I could maybe... Oh no, that is not safe. In fact, I cannot be behind any of the cover over here without setting things off. Alright, I'll take cover right here. This'll count. It'll be good enough. Obviously, she's not actually in any kind of cover from the things over here. Maybe we should be on this side. Ringer is gonna just punch some turrets to death, I think. He should probably be on this side, though, because we might want him to run inside. And then Lucy's got a position. Quan is just kind of generally over here as well. Jim needs to be in a place where everybody can benefit from his buff. I don't know that there's... Actually, the way we're setting up, there's nowhere that fits that bill. Could try being over near this cover. Hopefully he'll snap into position. I guess we could stand close enough to that. That would probably work for Brass, huh? Yeah, let's... Okay, so maybe let's have Jim be, like, here. Brass goes there. Skelly is just, I don't know, somewhere nearby. Here should be fine as long as she's not quite in the circle. And then, honestly, Quan's probably running indoors with Ringer, so he's probably like right over here. Okay, let's kick it off. Who do we want to shoot? Is it one of the Dorseys, or do we just open up on the car? I mean, the car's got a lot of health. Actually, the car's probably getting like... It's probably getting quanned, right? He's probably going to stun it or something. So probably we open on either one of the turrets or one of the people. Let's go, people.
Fastest draw in Colorado.
You don't really need to be. We spent like 3 or 4 solid minutes setting up there. Alright, so my concern is that Lucia is probably not getting the extra AP here, but... Oh no, she totally did. So distance doesn't seem to matter all that much then. Alright, she's all charged up. I guess all of the occasions when she has not gotten the points were just cases of her being out of line of sight. Alright, so... That's weird. I click on that and it's just like, nah, and then it gives me the other cursor back. I assume it's doing that because there are no targets. Okay, it still says no targets in range. I was expecting to be able to hack this. Okay, well then, how about one of these? We'll hack a turret. Alright, got you glitched. Throw an EMP grenade at the other turret?
Walk. Liberty only talks to leaders, not followers.
Okay, but we're currently in combat, so that's a very inappropriate response. Jim can't kill her. Can Skelly finish her off, maybe? Skelly might have the shot. I'm not getting a hit chance, unfortunately. Looks like it's probably in the neighborhood of 70. Skelly, I believe in you. Skelly, I said I believe in you. There it is. Alright. Does that unbug the script? Am I now allowed to throw my grenade? Nope. There's no dialogue line that plays, but I'm still not allowed to do it. Oh no, there it is. Okay. You have to... Everybody knows the way this works is you have to try it, fail to be able to do it because of a bugged script, kill the boss, and then try to throw the grenade 2 more times. Obviously, that's what it would be. And then Quan is a little short on AP, so... Us having the awareness circle on this guy, does that mean he's not currently an active part of the combat? Maybe. Alright, hold on. We'll get back to Quan. Let's see what Brass can do to this car. So wait, Brass didn't get the bonus AP though, right? Because doesn't Brass have 12 base? So that when she gets bonus AP, she can fire her gun twice? I think that's the case. I don't know. None of this stuff ever works the way I'm expecting it to. Well then, throw out a quick machine turret to be a good distraction. People hate machine turrets. And Jim could just shoot this thing for a very small amount of damage. He can't actually hit anybody else. Unless we step him out of cover. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't feel great. Well, I think we're going to have Ringer just run up here and threaten the hunter. Let's see, it is 6 AP to get up there, 9 AP to get up here. We may well be able to get a kill on this. Okay, not a bad start. The ambusher's not really a threat. I think what I'm going to do is stand in the bottom tile of the ladder. I think there's a good chance that will prevent him from getting down here. And then we'll just punch this guy. Come on. Yeah. Ringer's terrifying. What an absolute beast. So you... Wow, you are a hell of a run. So it's a bummer that I can't get up there. I wonder if Stormer would allow me to do ambush for free? Or did we... Hold on. Did we spend Stormer? I bet I know what happened. I bet I got Stormer when I moved to here, and then it aided on the grenade throw. That's probably what occurred. Well, that's not ideal. Jim, try to get lucky, I guess? What's our special shot here? Okay, I mean, it was a crit. I tried to get him to crit, and he did. Alright, so unfortunately the car does get a... Oh, interesting. He can just melee attack a guy on a different elevation. Alright, good shooting. These turrets are doing some fine work, although I do wish they weren't so focused on each other. I guess I took that thing to make enemies focus on our hacked target first, but I didn't realize that it would apply so much to other things that were also hacked. Wow. That cat hits as hard as Ringer does. Which is pretty wild. Okay, the stuff in the Scar Collector house is in fact part of the combat. Whoa. Something's happening in there, and we can't see what it is, but it seems relevant. Something wild is occurring. I really wish I could see what that was. Hey, what's your deal? Oh, right. You have that buff. Well... We do still have to destroy the turrets. Like, the hack's gonna run out in a second here, so... Are you not in range? Oh no, you're just not allowed to use precision strike on a turret. Weird. Well, I mean, okay. Just shoot at it, I guess. It's gotta go down. A lot of plinking, not a lot of critically hitting here. Wow, she has some luck. You gotta give her that. So brass should definitely do this thing. Yeah, the game is just extremely bad at estimating her damage. It is never even kind of right. Ah, damn. Well, it's low enough now that Jim might actually be able to kill it. Hooray! I was gonna say, if that doesn't give the boss kill bonus, I don't know what would, because that seems pretty boss to me. So we can't really see what's going on in here. If I run you into the doorway, can we get some vision? Yeah, there's clearly combat going on, and I don't know why. Oh, that's why. So their turret was trying to shoot our stag, and it was doing a really bad job. Well... Cyclops is a high priority target. Go over there and lay it down a little. The Earthquake is too much AP, so just punch it really, really hard. Yeah, we gotta get in here and provide some support to this stag. Alright, the turrets have to go down. It's not like a huge priority right this second, but why are these invalid targets? Are you sure? No, it's not. It's just lying to me. No, those targets are fine. You're allowed to shoot those. You know, the Wasteland. You know how this game does at this point. Oh, right. His weapon is so short range now. I am very much still not used to how short his gun's range is. I wish we could get a little bit closer. This space not being available to stand in is a little weird, because there's not anything in it, and we clearly have the AP. But that is really where I'd like to be. I guess we'll take cover here for the moment. Oh, there is still this melee guy over here. I suppose somebody ought to maybe do a thing about that eventually. Sadly, the turret does not provide any cover. Well, get around here so you don't get shot in the backside.
I like thin slices.
Who's just gonna run up on a cat with a sword? What kind of monster are you? Also, I don't know why that guy thought it was like a totally sick bird to call me a shitter. Didn't he ever read that book? Oh, our stag is dead, for sure. I think there's another one on this map, right? I certainly don't like having to go get another one. I may have overcommitted Ringer very slightly. I was trying to save the stag. I wish the stag had not committed the way it did. Yep. Okay, well, everybody in there is dead. That's weird. It did hit, it just didn't do any damage. Okay, so I think we're probably just gonna,
Take their side.
count the stag as dead, count Ringer as semi-permanently dead. I'm not gonna worry about trying to get him back up. We'll just lure everybody out here and have at them.
So much.
Yeah, the cat is really doing some work. As if Brass needed to be contributing anymore. I don't necessarily hate the idea of just going back to base after this before actually going inside. Oh, right. Well, I guess... Hold on a second. This is what happens when she doesn't get all these free turns. Steel Trap has a lot of HP. I should probably be doing something about that. Can I... Nope, of course not. Just barely can't... Oh, actually, no. You're just not allowed to be in the places that give cover. So a lot of this map is really broken, it seems like. Not really sure what's causing that. There's just like a bunch of places where you clearly are supposed to be able to stand to have cover, that instead you cannot stand for no reason. Okay, that's a bummer. So he resisted the crippled status. We still put something on him. What's the best way to do this? I mean, we could have Quan run in. The thing is, if I get him up, all we can do with him is stim, and then he just goes back down again, right? So it doesn't really seem like there's much value in doing so. Yeah, a big problem with his range being so short now is that it becomes very difficult to get a torrent off that's actually going to attack more than one person. Alright, I did like that cover. It's not 100% great that that went down the way it went down. Alright, let's get a... I mean, first of all, let's make sure we can hit the guy we want to hit. So we need to move forward 3 AP to get back in cover. It's going to leave us on 10. We're going to be 1 AP short if we do this. But I mean, obviously, it's important that we have that shot with the cover bonus. I don't like that we had to hit that twice. That really sucks. Yeah, that's a real bummer, man. But we do need the cover bonus, because it's a lot of extra hit chance. Okay, or maybe we'll get lucky and we'll just get our actions for free. Pretty solid. And then we got our action for free again. Well, then reload. And instead of throwing a turret, just shoot the guy. Yeah, I'm all for the kinds of interesting decision-making and uncertainty that can be added to a combat game by things not being entirely deterministic. But sometimes you get your action points refunded, I think is probably too much variance. It's really, really powerful. And it makes your turns incredibly unpredictable. There's basically no way to balance a combat system that has something like that in it, I think. Let's just have you run up here. Wow. Yeah, it's just clean through the wall. I guess that's what I get for relying on line of sight blocking. The game just reminds me that there are no rules. Not here. Yeah, I shouldn't have run in and tried to save the stag. I should have just had Ringer stay out here. Although, unfortunately, a lot of the value of staying out here is in the line of sight blocking, which turns out not to be a real thing in the first place, so who knows if it would have mattered. Yeah, like, you can see another great example of this in the crits, how powerful crits are. It's like, it would be... They have not tried at all to balance the combat system, but I sort of get why, because there's no way you could do it. Everything in the game is subject to so much variance. Like, sometimes you will make an attack and you will just hit for normal damage and that'll be it. And other times you'll make an attack and you'll get your action points refunded and it will crit for literally 8 times the normal damage. And like, how are you supposed to... What expectation are you supposed to be able to form in a situation like that? So, okay, right here... Right, this wall is imaginary. So right here, I have cover against them, but they don't have cover against me. So that's probably what we ought to do. And then... Do I want to do fancy shooting? 62 on you. I still got a 95 on you. Yeah, let's take it. I have so much hit chance that we are paying no penalty for the risky shot, so let's just do it over and over again. Because those crits, they're significant, and sometimes we just don't spend any AP when firing. Alright, Brass is pretty tough, and still has this equipped. However, I'm pretty sure the extra quick slots are absolutely just a convenience, because we can do this at any time for no cost. Because you know what I'm about to say. Alright, Lucia's going to be able to pick down those turrets from way over here. And Skelly's just going to back up, I think. I don't really see a lot of percentage in being vulnerable to the turrets. And then, like, balancing cover is also tricky with the variance in combat. Like, it creates a lot of problems.
This is how it ends.
Alright, so that person has at least 10 AP. No, shot, reload, so at least 11. That's tough, man. It's tough to deal with that much, applicable force. Alright. So I think we can just stay safely out of range with Lucia. Wow, is that 25-24? Great example of the thing I was just talking about. So we're not allowed to precision strike some kinds of turrets. We are allowed to precision strike other kinds. Who even knows? Let's see if we can get this thing to turn on its allies. Well... I'm not sure whether or not it was willing to do the thing. I am, however, sure that this position we are in should be able to hit that other turret. It's fine. We'll move slightly. It's okay. I guess Brass just backs up. There's no sense in... Well, Brass can do damage to turrets really quickly, though. Maybe a better play is just run up and let the turret have it. What's our hit percentage from here? Very, very good. Yeah, Brass's damage output against mechanical enemies is solid. I would describe it as solid. More than good. And then, unfortunately, Skelly can't really, like, set a trap or anything. I'm going to throw a Molotov out here. Set myself on fire, as I often do. Alright. Enemies want to come out here and do the thing, they can at least get caught on fire while doing it. I'm a little worried that we're going to lose our party pal here because it doesn't know how to back up. Got him. Look at that. You're an embarrassment. Yeah, that's fair. I ran into the open. I think it was a reasonable trade-off. Poor guy. Alright, Lucia, could you please... Alright, well, Lucia, that's not a kill. Would have preferred a kill, is all I'm saying. I don't even know if it's worth getting Brass up. Like, it might be better to just step over here and shoot twice. How much health do you have left? Yeah, that's probably better. Alright, so 91. I think 91 is not good enough. I don't think that the Beta Master will burn to death. Step back over here. Get pistol ambush. I was gonna say, how close is she gonna be allowed to get?
Can't keep me down.
Alright, so it looks like, I took damage from nothing. Weird. It looks like this guy might not be able to actually come outside. So I'm gonna move Lucia up a bit to a position where she has the shot, and we'll just pick at him from out here. Because he's not moving at all. So I'm assuming he can't figure out a path. Party Pal's doing some fine work. Okay, that was reasonable. Is there somebody still awake? I thought we were clear. Well, I guess... Step over this way and we'll pass turn. Hopefully the Party Pal will notice Lucia and go help. Yeah! That's a very small amount of healing there, Party Pal. So is it... Oh, it's turrets. Right, there's at least one turret alive. I think this turret over here might have gotten smashed. Not on purpose, just sort of like accidental collateral damage. Do I think I'll be out of range? I want to be as far back as possible. Hey, you get leadership from Jim even when he's unconscious. That's neat. I really wish it wouldn't decide to scroll the enemy off screen when I fire. Of all the places I want the enemy to be, that's not any of them. Party Pal will heal Lucia up a dozen HP at a time. Try to get him right in the turret parts. You know, I need you to shoot that turret. Where? I don't know. In the turret, perhaps. Have you tried shooting it in the turret? This is one of those situations where I wish that computers could I wish that it was a general feature of video game AI that they could sort of Go style realize when the game is not over, but it's over, and just concede.
Thanks.
In particular, I think this feature would be lovely for 4X games.
We have persevered.
We did it. We persevered. Okay, well let's loot out and then go reset at base. I mean, we have money. We can just go back to the slave pens and get Dr. NPC'd there. It's fine. Alright, a whole bunch of different kinds of junk. A very, very small amount of ammo. I would rather not even look around without Quan and Jim, because, you know, that's where all of our perception is gathered. Hey, you.
Again. Need some stitching? Just a sec. Let me heat up my cauterizing stick.
Yep, that seems like an appropriate solution to the problems we're having.
Better, right?
Yeah, better. Quite a bit better, actually. Alright, do we have a real level up? We have a real level up on Skelly. Skelly, what do you want? Feels a little bit late for toaster repair. We could be an expert disassembler, I suppose. Quick reflexes is good too. What if you just didn't get shot? What if instead of getting shot, you did not? Right? What would that be like? I guess at this point, maybe luck? I would like her to have one more AP, but that's two stat points. I'm just going to take the little bit of luck here. And then, I don't know if she actually has... Yeah, she doesn't really have anything that we want for her. We could just give her a point of hard ass and then read the hard ass book. My guess, though, is that any checks we see from this point on are going to be really high cost. Or, really high requirement, rather. So probably it's not even worth it. I don't know. We'll just hold on to it. And then, yeah, okay. Alright, let's get up here and have a quick look in this little building to the right before we knock. Hey, Quan, look around and see if you can find any cool stuff. They have this, whatever it is. I'm allowed to touch it. I'm a little leery. Yeah, we have some drills and saws and actuators and stuff. This must be where they collect their scars. Hey there, buddy.
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve any of this.
Okay, I'm sure you're right. Good news. Alright, we got a plasma grenade, we got another one of those really good punch-in fists, and just some stuff. Ooh, the flame saw cannon. The problem with most automatic saw blade cannons is that the saws aren't on fire. That's the smartest thing I've ever heard in a video game. Ammo type saw blade ammo. I don't think we have any of that. I don't think I've ever seen any of that. Is there saw blade ammo in here somewhere, maybe? Yeah, because that sounds like a pretty wicked weapon. I would like to use it. But I don't have any saw blades. I don't even know where you would get those. I literally don't think we have ever seen them. And the damage on it looked pretty good. Sort of a single big shot. Yeah, like that would be a fun thing to have on brass, but I don't know that, I don't know how we're gonna find ammunition for it. Well, okay, I guess we're not using it. That's a shame. I absolutely want to be the person firing the flaming saw blades. Alright, and it looks like this is basically this area. So this is the value here. My poor stag. Alright, what is this thing? The apparatus does not seem to be powered at the moment. Well, perhaps for the best? Might be for the best. Alright, let's go back down the map a bit, because like I said, I'm fairly sure that there was another stag where we picked up this one. And it's a pretty huge damage bonus. Hold on, we haven't actually gone inside that area. Let's go around. I'm assuming that this is a gladiatorial combat sort of situation. Where's Quan? Quan, could you maybe take a peek? I did not manage to unselect the whole party. And again, we're having these weird line of sight issues where we can't see inside of a place that we can clearly see inside of. Area is larger than I would have thought. And I mean, there is loot. Okay, hold on. We'll check it out in a second. Let's actually go and get the other stag. Am I misremembering? Was there just a doe? I thought it was 2 stags and a doe that we saw. Yeah, maybe I am misremembering. I mean, listen, I'll take a doe, it's fine. It's just, it's not quite as much melee damage, you know? And I do love my melee damage bonus. I could have sworn, because I got all excited. I remember getting all excited, but also, fake memories. That's a thing. Sometimes your brain just thinks you remembered something. Alright, well, I guess let's grab the doe, because the doe's a pretty good fighter. Lucky Mega Crit Charm Animal. This animal is so charmed. That bonus is garbage. It's worthless. Yeah, I guess I must have just been misremembering. Well, phooey. Alright. I guess let's go check out this little area here, and then we'll see about, potentially, Liberty Buchanan. Starting to get a little bit low on sniper ammo. How's everybody else doing? We're about halfway through that big stock of ammo we bought for the minigun. Everybody else is doing splendidly. Let's all go in here together in case it is in fact a trap.
Cars in there? Real dueling is with pistols.
I don't know what she's like getting her nose all up in the air about. Dueling with cars is way cooler than dueling with pistols. It's just not a thing you can do a lot of for, you know, resource reasons. It's much more expensive to duel with cars. Even with junkers, it's like pretty significant. Alright, got ourselves a crushed heat sink. Got ourselves buried something. It's a single plasma grenade. Well, I feel real good about having just jammed the shovel into the earth there. And I'm racking my brain. Have we ever seen saw blades for sale? Because if we had, anywhere, I would gladly go back. I would go back to wherever I gotta go to. Yuma County Speedway Race, a recording from before the apocalypse of an exhilarating race at the Yuma County Speedway, and also some sniper ammo.
You can smell the burning rubber here at Yuma County Speedway as we head into the final laps of the Cactus Cup. It's been neck and neck this afternoon as Allison Rodriguez and Daryl Stone have led the pack. But now Sammy Martinez is coming up on the high side trying to pass Stone. Coming into the straightaway, Rodriguez has the lead. Stone switches to the inside. Here comes Rodriguez. We've got a three-way fight for the lead. This is gonna be... Whoa! Stone's hit Rodriguez. Martinez can't get out of the way. And now he's hit Stone. Stone and Martinez are locked together and both cars are on fire. We've got a red flag and emergency crews are trying to reach the cars. Oh man, this looks bad.
That's weird. That's a weird little bit of audio to be in the game, right? This is sort of like unconnected from anything. Alright, well, I guess let's go say hey to Liberty. Oh, you know what? Hold on. This guy's a merchant, right? Maybe he'll sell us saw blades. I don't remember. I would love to see your stuff. He says it's blade work. I don't see anything that looks like a blade, my dude. You said it was blade work. Man's just selling armor in boxes. Very disappointing. It's very disappointing stuff. That's a huge amount of junk that we had accumulated. Alright, well, which ammo is my gun on? 30-06, which is this one? Yeah, just go ahead and give me all of that. And then we're not even close to out of anything else, so I don't really feel that it's necessary to... Yeah, alright.
Man, I'm feeling mighty guilty right about now.
I appreciate that, like, I trust Quan. It feels like Quan has fully come over. I was very concerned about him basically just being the Patriarch's man in our organization, but he seems to legitimately regret the things that he helped them do as a marshal, and I trust him. I'm a little more worried about Lucia. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, hey, there's more stuff to loot. Somebody should go loot the stuff. Okay, a proton axe. That's pretty cool. It's like my favorite weapon from Arcanum. Alright, we'll just walk up to the door and chat with it. We'll have some words with this door. We have not displayed a tremendous amount of finesse so far. I think it's pretty likely that everybody in there has a pretty good idea of who we are and what we've been doing out here. You can see an ambusher laying an ambush that would be more effective if I couldn't actually see through walls. Why can I... It's very hard to select Ringer for some reason. He's got to be good looking because he's so hard to click on. Quan, why don't you step over here? Alright, so we just have like Quan and Jim and Ringer all kind of just in front of the door, ready to do a thing. Through the door, you hear the harsh commands of Liberty Buchanan directing her Dorsey guards. The disdain in her tone is palpable. It says palatable. It probably meant palpable, and I auto-corrected in my head. Once you confront... Okay, so this is like... Okay. I said I figured we were probably getting on toward the endgame here, but this is like the point of no return right here. I sort of want to go... if this is the end of the game, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to go look up the golden toaster thing just because I'm real curious, and it looks like we're maybe going to pass the point where we could possibly do whatever it is. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we're here at the Knox Bison Ranch, as you can probably tell from the text that is now permanently on screen, because, you know, Wasteland 3. Apparently, whatever it is that happens with the toaster, with the golden toaster parts, happens as soon as you have them all, and the only problem we were having is that there are 5 parts, not 4, because I didn't check the back of the building that has all the bison in it here. There is 1 toaster yet to repair. So Skelly, get on it. Let's see what your grand reward is. I mean, that loading screen told us it was going to be a special companion already, right? So we have some idea. This gossamer filament flecked with gold would serve as the timer release in a beautiful toaster. As you pulled this shimmering piece from the now repaired appliance, you realize that you have all the components needed to build a brand new golden toaster. Each piece slots together perfectly, seeming to become an unbroken whole. As the mica sheeting wrapped in nichrome wire slides into the casing, a spark travels along the bevel. As the energy dissipates, you can make out block lettering. Congratulations, Master Toaster Repairman! You and your toaster are ready for what comes next. Toaster Repair Academy, and then coordinates. Sorry, where was I able to make out? It was a little unclear as to where I was seeing that text. It's on the toaster, I guess, like the side of the toaster lit up. There was a message embedded in the toaster. Well, I mean, I'm into the Toaster Repair Academy. Do you think this is going to be an extended community reference? I think there's about a 70% chance that it's going to be an extended community reference, and frankly, I'm fine with it. Given the level of the references in this game, an extended community joke at this point would be welcome. Alright, so where is that? I wonder if that's going to be one of the places that it previously looked like there should be a house, but there wasn't one. Boy. Most of these are already places... Yeah, most of these are places where there was already stuff. I'm assuming... okay. I was going to say, I'm assuming it'll be marked. Alright, well, apparently we just gotta drive a little bit out of our way. It's fine. Our car is so fast now. Fast and heavy and murderous. As I aspire one day to be. I'm really getting there on the heavy part. Listen, your metabolism changes a little bit as you get older. Things happen. Your body becomes the enemy. For some of us, it always was. But for all of us, it will be. It's the one thing that truly unites us. Oh no, not enemies. Avoid them. I don't want to fight enemies. It is possibly the case that I should actually, like, read those messages occasionally, but I'm sure they're all just flavor text for, them guys are gonna shoot you. Alright, the Toaster Repair Academy. Well, this is interesting. The shining bastion of the ancient art of toaster repair. It's a weird thing. Not a huge fan of the fact that it's now telling me about rad tech armor. That suggests some things about this this academy that I'm not too happy about. But it's been a weird thing to have in the game this entire time, and I'm glad it at least leads somewhere. Don't know why all these chickens are here. I guess eggs on toast? Wow, it's remarkably well preserved, actually. Before we go stealing anything, let's actually approach the altar. These are some fine-looking toasters. These are holy artifacts. We should not touch them. Perhaps we should not even look upon them with our non-repairing eyes. Let's just have Skelly do all the work in here. Thin filaments of wire extend from a toaster-shaped niche in the marble altar. The pattern of connectors seems to match the base of the golden toaster you assembled. Yeah, that's not a big surprise. Yeah, obviously place the toaster on the altar. What else did we come here for? For a moment, nothing happens. Then a low hum emerges from deep below your feet. No animations or anything. Okay, it's It's a toaster. We have discovered a living toaster. And it's adorable. It's also making a lot of real cartoony noises right now. Okay, well, welcome aboard, I guess. The Distinguished Annals of Toaster Repair, Volume 14. A history text covering the trials and triumphs of toaster repairmen. Well, I guess let's have a look. We did come all this way. And in 1691, that's not a date that I was expecting to see in this book, the Great Schism between the ruling houses began. For 3 generations, the repair guilds fought a secret war beneath the streets of London, Athens, and Zagreb. The laymen knew nothing of the violence, but many lives flamed out in service of their ruler. After the Treaty of Incandesca, the violence shifted to a more genteel form. Spontaneous combustions became unusually common, and the court records show simmering tensions. But it no longer spilled out into the factories and guild halls. With the foundation of the Toaster Repair Academy in 1856, the tenuous peace was baked into a more stable form. Repairmen the world round made pilgrimages to discuss the latest innovations in heating elements and timers. But more importantly, they now had a place to honor the long, luminous history of toaster repair. I think whoever wrote this book might be a tiny bit confused. Alright, well what else? I mean, now that we've got, presumably, the blessing of the toaster repair gods, I feel like we can just loot the place. Are you looting that? Or, okay. It's hard to tell because she doesn't have animations. Hold on, I'm gonna have somebody else do it. There's locks to pick anyway, so. We got a grenade, very exciting. Wow, a full suit of fancy armor. Verkiten armor. Has a U.S. military serial number, but the material is unidentifiable with weird biological shapes. Why is this here? I mean, this is definitely... The values on this are a little bit more of like what I might have expected from power armor. It's not a huge amount better, and it's certainly not like 9 strength. Man, we don't even have... Like, not even brass can wear this stuff, right? What's brass strength at? Yeah, we only got brass to 6. So the only person who could wear it is Ringer, and Ringer obviously would extremely not like to take off his fancy exoskeleton armor. So I guess we're just not going to get any benefit out of that. We could sell it or something, I don't know. Ooh, a big fancy rocket launcher. That we might be able to make use of. We haven't had brass equipped with a rocket launcher in a really long time. And a Tesla arc projector. Unleashes bolts of lightning that fry anything standing in range. So right now, Brass has equipped a very impressive looking weapon. I like the way it is. I like the way it looks strapped across her back. But honestly, it is definitely outdated. So, should we swap her over to carrying a pretty good rocket launcher? Or do we want to give her a different anti-machine weapon? So it uses energy cells. It is very likely to apply shocked. It actually probably does less raw damage. But the Argon Lance is going to chew through those energy cells real fast. This is a little bit more efficient. It does not look as cool, owing largely to being a lot smaller. But honestly, I think maybe we're just going to do this. The kinds of things that she would like to use an energy weapon against, she already has significant damage bonuses against, and I think we're better off just hitting them with the minigun. But a javelin should do some good work for us, right? And we have, I think, at this point, a fair number of rockets, because we haven't fired one in quite some time. Yeah. I'm sure we won't need 18 more rockets. Okay, well, we have ourselves a... Oh, you have real points. What are we working on with you? Kind of nothing at this point. You're sort of just good. Barter, I guess. We don't have anybody who has any levels of barter. Congratulations. You have a powerful and unique skill set. Boy, what do we want to take on her now? People are getting downed in combat relatively frequently. Oh, right, chain ambush. Although it's probably not going to do anything at this point. It looks like the only battle we have left is likely to be a straight-on, face-to-face one. I mean, it may not be the final battle, but there's certainly not going to be many left. And then with that, I guess we're headed back. Did we loot this place out? I think no, we did not. And then we don't need chickens. We're fine. Just some casual power armor, just power armor sitting around. You know, no big deal. Yeah, okay, well, I'm hoping that it's going to turn out that this golden toaster was worth coming here. I mean, listen, even if it's not super powerful in actual, I assume, combat is the point of this thing. Even if it's not actually super powerful in combat, it's still delightful. That counts for something. But I think, actually, let's just call the episode here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I don't want to start a climactic battle like 55 minutes into the episode, which is probably about what it would be by the time we got there. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're just going to kick in Liberty's front door and see where it takes us. And we'll see you then.